Basic appraisal procedures, page 83. Repairs, maintenance, trash removal, property taxes, replacement services, etc. But operating expenses do not include any debt payments called debt service owned on the property and do not include depreciation. Let's take a closer look at the components that make up net operating income. Gross income, including rents, vacancy and expenses, and then an example of a simple income approach using direct capitalization. Gross income. As said before, potential gross income is the total income a property is capable of producing in an ideal situation. This assumes 100% occupancy and includes income from all sources. The appraiser or investor is also likely to undertake a competitive rental analysis of the market, as well as studying and verifying the income and rental potential for the property. Vacancy. Vacancy is deducted from gross income as a percentage. This percentage is derived from market data based on the performance of comparable properties as they apply to the subject. Vacancy numbers are not a set percentage in the market, but vary from property type, location, and market forces. Expenses. Expenses are typically broken down into fixed expenses and variable expenses, with a separate expense allowance set aside as a reserve for future replacement of short-lived items. Fixed expenses are an ongoing operating expenses that do not vary based on occupancy levels of the property. These include real estate taxes and insurance, as well as fixed annual contracts. Variable expenses are operating expenses necessary to the property, but are dependent on the property's occupancy level. These include maintenance, management, and utilities. Reserves are money set aside for potential replacement for major short-lived items, such as the roof or heating system. Remember, debt service and depreciation are not counted as expenses, as they are the owner's expenses and not related to the value of the property. Rate or capitalization rate is the relationship between income and the value of a property. In direct capitalization, using an overall capitalization rate, the analysis uses the net income in a single year. The higher the overall capitalization rate, the lower the value of the property. The appropriate capitalization rate must be carefully developed by the appraiser, or significant distortions to value conclusion can occur. Important notes or important points. The income approach is a reliable method for valuing properties that are currently income producing or have the potential to become income producing. Income capitalization is a study of the relationship of income to the value of a property, using market data to observe the actions of other investors. The income analysis of a property uses market extracted income and expenses applied to the subject property. A simple method of developing an opinion of value using income capitalization is to apply gross rent multipliers, GRM, and gross income multipliers, GIM. Reliability of gross rent multipliers and gross income multipliers is dependent on sufficient and relevant market data. Direct income capitalization method is sensitive, Small variations in determining the appropriate overall capitalization rate can result in large distortions in value. Potential gross income annual 64,000. Vacancy and collection loss 4% minus 2,560. Effective gross income 61,440. Fixed expense annual subtracted 8,430. Variable expense annual minus 5,720. Replacement reserves annual minus 875. Net operating income is 46,415. Overall capitalization rate 10.38%. 46,415 divided by 10.38% equals 447,158.